summer of lacrosse continues near our nation's capital. With every Athletes Unlimited game too close to call, the players do a double check.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a good call.
Last week's downpour added extra drama to an already intense week of competition. Half of the games played have been decided by 1 point in eye-catching fashion. Kayla Wood and Dempsey Arsenault remain captains, sitting 1-2 atop the leaderboard, while Britt Reed is a first-time skipper, planning to put a stop to Kylie Oldmiller. Big saves will be tougher to make. 12 seconds to shoot. She has Riley hung up. On the inside roll, score! Oldmiller dazzling from behind the cage. When Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse sparkles, straight ahead next. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network is presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. Familiar captains clashing in the opener today when a team led by Dempsey Arsenault squares off with a squad run by Kayla Wood. We have a very unique brand of lacrosse to brag about. 57 of the top players in the world spending 5 weeks in intense competition where they rack up points with new teammates weekly in a format that will crown just one individual champion. It is great to see you again. Alongside Courtney Martinez-Connor, a 5-time national champion at Maryland, I'm Joe Beninati. Courtney, we have 2 captains with experience from the first 2 weeks. In what ways would you expect Dempsey Arsenault and Kayla Wood to be different in the way they lead their groups?
Joe, so Kayla Wood, she has 0 losses in her belt. She's done a great job of being vocal on the field with her entire team. Dempsey Arsenault, she takes a little bit of a different approach. She likes to gain information from those teammates and then disseminate throughout the entire team.
So many players in this Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. They play the game with style and grace, but when you add Kenzie Kent into that description, you had better talk about dynamic quickness.
Kenzie Kent, she has such a slick stick. She is a crafty lefty, big-time player on the offensive end of the field, but it's her tremendous strength. She has it when picking up ground balls with one hand or two, but she creates opportunities with her dodging and feeding capabilities.
She has been a really good setup player in the first couple of weeks, setting the pace in Athletes Unlimited with the amount of helpers that she produces. Now, she's going to be working with Arsenault this weekend, and they're going to join forces to try and slow down a player named Alex Ost, who was dynamite in her first weekend of play.
Alex Ost did a great job of just really jumping into her very first game with 5 goals. She made her presence known right away, and that was with her cutting, her timing, knowing where to cut, having those little cues with her teammate. She's a tremendous teammate who's really excited on the field, gets everyone going. Expect her to be a big factor today.
Oh, she will be. She will be a prominent player for Team Wood. She presents such a tall target. You can find her, and then she knows what to do with the ball around the cage. It's time for us to refresh your memory on how players will pick up points on the overall leaderboard. Individual stats, Court, they're great, but team winning points, they add up even quicker, to tell the truth.
Winning team points, obviously that's why Kayla Wood, she leads the entire league. Her team has not lost. Not to say they haven't lost a quarter here and there, but overall getting 45 win points per game has done a huge fact for her, as well as game MVP. When you do the dirty work on the field, teams are going to vote for you, individual players, to get those additional points. Stats obviously can add up quickly, but that's the last and final way to get some points on the field. Mistakes matter too.
This is the inaugural season of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. It's the only league that's driven entirely by the players. We have played a dozen games of 30 this season, spread out over 5 weekends. There's a Monday weekly draft where new teams are selected. The Goalies Union of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse has been really good stopping the ball in the first couple of weeks, and they've been seriously good talkers for us. Britt Brown, you jumped into the goal around 5th grade. What appeals to you most about the goalie position?
Oh, it's the adrenaline. The adrenaline and the ability to change the game for your team and come up with big stops. There's no other position like it on the field, and I just love being a goalie.
We wish you and your netminding partner, Kaylee Waters, well. Thanks for teaming up with us today. Amber Hill is in cage for Team Wood. Amber, I might say you're soft-spoken off the field, but on the field, you really do take charge. How cool is it to be the field general?
Normally I get called the warden, but that's interesting. Yeah, no, field general feels pretty awesome, and it's really nice to play behind a team that actually listens to the orders.
We know you're the warden. We know you're the mama bear. Keep up the good work in the goal.
Thank you.
The head official today is Erica Leslie. Peg Salucci, Ronnie Anton, Patty Clutcher-Porter at the table. Team Wood in goal, Team Arsenault in orange, as we are off and running with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Temperatures here just about 30 miles north of Washington, D.C. Temperatures hovering around 88 degrees. It is humid as well. McPartland's outside that 8-meter key with her captain there, Dempsey Arsenault, working it around. There's a 60-second shot clock in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. You hear all the communication field level. McPartland keeps it moving. Around for Kent. 20 seconds to shoot. They circle it up. That pass gets away. Ball down. Ground ball for Majorana. That gets her 2 points on the individual tally. Cummings keeps it hot with 8 seconds to shoot. McPartland off the hitch. Lobs it over top. That's a good defensive stand for Team Wood.
Team Wood did a great job moving their feet, sticks in the air, taking up those passing lanes within their zone defense. Every team, we've seen different styles, man-to-man, zone, an extra backer within the zone, causing troubles for a lot of the offensive players. And obviously that first possession by Team Arsenault, that's not what they were looking for.
Amber Hill just launched that clearing pass. It stays alive along the sideline. It's going to come up on the scoop there for Molly Little. As Team Arsenault looks to clear, Waters snaps that one right to Dempsey. Dempsey, Arsenault, 2 times a first-team All-American at Boston College. Cummings, 3 times a Tewaaraton Award winner, buzzed that one high and wide. Closest to the ball, wearing when it leaves the playing field after a shot. That's who gets possession. It belongs to Arsenault. Cummings as they work 6-on-6 at this end of the field. Majorana, nice pass. Tracy scores! Sammy Joe Tracy.
Quick ball movement on the inside, a lot of cuts. Initiating from outside offensively is how you beat a zone. Joe, it's amazing. We have a lot of ACC or former ACC players on this offense. Ultimately, that cut by Sammy Joe, the timing, threading the needle between those defensive players. Once they're passing one another off, it's about finding your lane.
And Taylor Cummings and Hallie Majorana unselfish there, and the finish for Sammy Joe Tracy. Courtney, we were watching practice yesterday, and the team that's dressed in orange could not miss around the goal. They were working the ball beautifully. Do you think it matters from day to day, from practice to game? Does it carry over? Because if so, the team in orange should have a ton of confidence.
Absolutely. Confidence is what you want, what you need, especially when rosters are changing from week to week. This team looks like they've been practicing more than a couple days together.
These teams are very unique. They're likely never going to occur again with a draft every Monday. Majorana on the sneak. She scores! Hallie Majorana.
Again, Team Arsenault in orange, attacking at the zone. Rather than standing, looking for the feeds inside only, they're initiating from the outside, which is so very important. We see, as the ball is working its way around, Hallie Majorana right there in 37, timing that cut, waiting until those defensive players in the zone have their eyes elsewhere, and again, cutting inside of that lane. But let's not forget about the feeder. It's all about eyes up and seeing your teammates. 2
goals in 19 seconds. You see for Majorana, that's her 10th on the season. For every goal you score individually, you get 12 points, and you could tell Hallie's overall total, and now this the 3rd week, is better than 500 points. The overall leaderboard as we were heading into play this weekend, led by Kayla Wood and Dempsey Arsenault, the 2 respective captains for these 2 teams. Cummings, working on the sideline, now bounces out of bounds. It will be possession for Team Wood. Majorana with goals in all 7 of her games this summer. As we get the first 6-on-6 setup for Team Wood in goal.
12 points.
Ball down, gets out of the cross of Molly Garrett, then she was shoved. Loose ball push going to give possession to Team Wood. Just past the 3-minute mark. We play 8-minute quarters in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. For every quarter, the winning team pockets 20 points apiece. If quarters are tied, they carry over to the next. O'Donnell sweeps back behind the cage, gets topside now, offers to Garrett, hovering around the 8-meter key. Good trail check there by Taylor Cummings. If you cause a turnover, it's worth 12 points. Ball down, scoop made, and away comes McPartland. That lead for Little's a bit too strong. Fancy behind the back from Tracy to Kenzie Kent. No numbers advantage. On the slow break, Molly Little sent it wide. Little, a third-team All-American out of the University of Denver. Couple of goals on the board, both of them belonging to Team Arsenal. Hallie Majorana, the last to strike. Right off the jump, you watch out for Sammy Jo Tracy. She loves to score with style. Right on cue right there. And then Majorana, too easy on CBS Sports Network.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate.
Everybody has great fun on Monday nights at the Athletes Unlimited Draft Day selections. There are a few fingernails being gnawed off too as you wait to hear your name. We get captains coming Monday, teams of 14 plus, actually, with the addition of a player on this particular weekend. There they are, setting the pace for the next 3 days with you tonight on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. Courtney, what'd you see from the draft back on Monday?
When you look at the midfielders, it's no surprise that they're going to be a predominant amount of those who are chosen. You need people to be able to run up and down the field. It's a very fast-paced game. Sam Apuzzo has just done a great job of showing her capabilities at the draw circle as well as scoring goals. And Kaylee Waters, by far the top goalkeeper here, and that's no surprise why she continues to be picked first.
That middle dot, you see Sam Apuzzo. She had a 5-goal game last weekend. As we look at the Geico leaderboard, Kayla Wood in the gold jersey, better than 800 points, sitting on top.
What I love about the leaderboard, we have a defensive player, then a midi, a goalkeeper, and an attacker, because truly anyone can lead. Just a matter of getting those MVP points, being on a winning team.
Sammy Jo Tracy from Kenzie Kent. Kent again shows off her passing vision.
They took the words right out of my mouth, and then it was going to be putting yourself up there, making yourself plays, scoring goals in this case for Sammy Jo Tracy.
Sammy Jo, obsessed with traveling. She's lived in 6 states in the last 5 years. She's traveling all over the scoreboard in these last 3 weeks.
What I love about Team Arsenal's offense is they're attacking from different areas. We see Sammy Jo Tracy with a nice quick stick. As soon as she's catching that ball, she realizes she doesn't have much time to catch, finish, collect the ball in her stick before that defender's going to be all over her. So she gets rid of it nice and quickly.
Sammy Jo with a couple already. Each goal is worth 12 points on your individual tally. 3 tallies for the Orange team in less than 2 minutes, and they're looking for more. Arsenal off the face dodge, bumped into a defender inside the key. Good rotation there by Amber McKenzie, getting a stick in the passing lane defensively for Team Wood. Second half of the opening quarter, it's 3-0 for the team in orange. Quick passing, Kent ran out of racetrack there. Kenzie Kent maneuvers in against O'Donnell. Weak side off the face dodge, it's Majorana, matched up with Kayla Wood. Wide open, Kenzie Kent goes down under to score. Courtney, this team looked so good in practice yesterday. I came into the booth telling you I thought that they were going to run away and hide. So far, they're flying.
Listen, lacrosse, it's a game of runs, and right now it's all Team Arsenal. We see right here Dempsey feeding her former BC teammate that nice little hitch fake before putting it around the goalkeeper. but their movement, their ball movement, where they're moving their feet, that's all what matters. You can have a bunch of great players on a team, but they have to gel, and this team is certainly gelling together.
Cantu unselfishly has a couple of assists already, gets her own name on the score sheet. Team Arsenal has scored 4 of the first 6 shots in this quarter. Team Wood has yet to take a shot on Kaylee Waters. Arsenal slow to get up off the turf. Possession time now for Team Wood in goal. Just around 3 minutes left to operate in the opening frame. 4 unanswered for Team Arsenal. O'Donnell, just a single 2-goal game for Katie so far in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse as she shares the ball with Izzy McMahon. McMahon off the sweep, guarded by Hirsch. Working in Allie Kennedy, defended well there. Cummings has been all around the ball as she'll just place it in the goal circle for Waters to clear.
Their man-to-man defense, they have been all over, not giving a lot of space to Team Wood's attack, which is exactly what you want to do. You want to be on a player's hands, not allowing them to get their hands free to take a shot. And again, you talked about no shots being taken on Kaylee Waters. It's going to be difficult offensively. Starting to work together off ball will be the key for Team Wood.
Kenzie Kent trying to lose Kayla Wood in the wash there. Looking over the top, plenty of pump fakes. McPartland outside the 8-meter key. Shot clock's at 20. Sammy Jo Tracy tried that shovel Twizzler, didn't get it going. McPartland keeps it alive. Majorana says, let's slow it down, 10 seconds to shoot. Dempsey Arsenal from the top, off the split dodge. Nice look inside, and a good save there. Hill needed that one. She slammed the door on Majorana. Kayla Wood's been leading the overall leaderboard. She leads everyone. She's tied, actually, in terms of MVP points. That's another way that you can accrue points on the leaderboard. Leaving this one in the capable cross now of Taylor Vanthoff. Vanthoff waiting for O'Donnell with 1:27 to go in the first quarter. Quick moving, as usual, on Athletes Unlimited. Tumalo gets topside. Shovels one hand, that's blocked. Ball down. Looking for that ground ball, scooping another 2 points. It belongs to Alex Aust.
Shot clock reset, so very important for Team Wood. Now they can take their time, work together, get everyone comfortable before attacking that cage.
About a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Vanthoff working in against Arsenal, fakes the flip. Taylor, below goal line extended, around for McMahon. Izzy works in. Thought about the question mark, fires, and Waters eats that up. We get the whistle and a timeout. Waters already the beneficiary of 4 points on the board as she makes her first save. Give the goalie 6 points for each stop.
As we take a look at this, a great little 2-man game looking to work off of the pick. However, Kaylee Waters all over that. She saw it straight coming out of Izzy McMahon's stick right there, number 50. High to high, easier for a goalkeeper when making that save when levels aren't changed.
Folks, if you want to get even closer to this great game, join the Unlimited Club for free. By downloading the Athletes Unlimited app today, you can receive all the latest news and updates in the palm of your hand, stream digital games, unlock special access, and more. If you want to go more than that, upgrade your membership for a whole year of behind-the-scenes access to all the Athletes Unlimited seasons. You join the players in voting for game MVPs and the end-of-season awards. Visit auprosports.com. That's auprosports.com. You'll learn more about the Unlimited Club. You'll make your Geico Unlimited pick, and that'll help you unlock content from your favorite player. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse here at Maureen Hendricks Field. We thank our presenting field partners, the good people at Geico. Shout out to them and all the generous support that we get from our sponsors. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor with you. If you are just tuning in, welcome to Happy Hour Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network. The first 4 goals of this game, all belonging to the team dressed in orange. Sammy Jo Tracy with a couple. Hallie Majorana and Kenzie Kent have also struck. And as far as those players in the game on the leaderboard, how are they shuffling around, Court?
Obviously, we have Team Wood. She's still at the very top after having 6 wins in her belt, but Team Arsenal, slots 2, 7, and 8, they're going to move up the leaderboard, especially if this first quarter goes in their name. That's 20 points in addition to whomever gets their MVPs.
Kayla Wood has been the individual leader on the overall leaderboard each of the last 2 weeks. You mentioned how productive and how successful her teams have been. She's displayed a very feisty attitude on field, and it seems like her mates just gravitate towards her and play for her. All well and good.
I love her ability on the field to get her teammates going. Again, we talked about lacrosse being a game of runs. This first quarter may be all said and done, but I would not doubt that Team Wood is going to come out in that quarter 2 on fire. 20
points on the line, as you see bottom of the screen. Should Arsenal continue to set the pace, they will each pocket 20. Cummings goes over the top to Majorana. Shot clock is off. Arsenal, realizing that, goes to the split dodge. Good defensive positioning from Wood. That was great footwork there. 3 seconds left. Inside, that's a force feed to Kent. And the opening quarter comes to its end. It's 20 points on the board for everybody in orange. A dominating opening frame. Well done for Kaylee Waters and her squad as Team Arsenal grabs the lead after 8 minutes. Just tearing it up today. This is a rarity for a team dressed in gold to be trailing. Team Wood has fallen behind those in orange. Team Arsenal with a very sharp opening frame and a 4-0 lead. Fans, you can own a piece of Athletes Unlimited history with the first ever Topps trading card set for professional women's lacrosse. The limited edition sets feature all the athletes, plus additional cards about the league, and randomly inserted serial numbered parallels, including player autographs and Nike Golden tickets. Sets are available to purchase now through August 27th at Topps, T-O-P-P-S, Topps.com. It's the only opportunity to get yours today.
Joe, every single player has talked about Athletes Unlimited and just the professional quality that they feel, and obviously having a card with their picture on it to showcase lacrosse as a professional sport is just another one of those added benefits.
Team Wood looking to rally the troops now after the opening quarter. We remind you tonight, folks, at 11 Eastern, CBS Sports Network hits the dirt from the Wrangler Long Live Cowboys Classic in Sacramento. Don't miss the action on PBR. Unleash the Beast. If you are just tuning in with us, this is game 13 of 30. A Friday night, early evening game featuring Kaylee Waters and Team Arsenal. A 4-0 leader over Team Wood. And we break it down for you after 8 minutes. You see the way the draw controls have played out.
You know, draw controls, the fact that they are split right now, generally you see goals scored along with those. However, there have been immediate turnovers by Team Wood, and Team Arsenal in orange has certainly capitalized. The amount of ball movement that we're seeing offensively for Team Arsenal is what's helping them win this game right now.
No shakeup in the top 4 of the updated Geico leaderboard. You did, though, in a quick cutaway, see that Katie Glynn has taken over the goal circle from Amber Hill as Team Wood has changed it up. Katie Glynn, the string doctor or the closer. Either of those nicknames would apply. Alex Oss was firing up her mates in between quarters 1 and 2. As they try to put an end to a 4-goal run for Team Arsenal. Garrett gets into the alley, no room afforded her by Cummings. Playing today in front of friends and family and special guests. Tickets are available for Sunday's doubleheader. Check it out at auprosports.com. Garrett took her eyes off the ball there. O'Donnell has 18 seconds to shoot. Allie Kennedy, outstanding player who played collegiately at Stony Brook, matched up with Little. 10 seconds to shoot for O'Donnell. O'Donnell lost the ball out of her cross. McPartland says thanks very much. That's a ground ball and 2 more points for Kelly. Right on target to Little. She'll distribute to Kent. This is a 3-on-2 developing quickly. Majorana inside, stuffed out there. Wonderful stop by Glynn right off the bench. She beat her mark one-on-one.
No numbers here for Team Wood, so they're looking to slow things down, look for some of those trail cutters, create some opportunities one-on-one.
McMahon turns. The field's a little bit smaller. We're 80 yards from goal to goal. We're 10-on-10 overall. 3 attackers, 3 midfielders, 3D, and a goalie. Roster size is 14. 57 overall. We've had Amanda Johansson join the ranks. We'll see her later on tonight. McMahon turns, stop and start move. Nothing there. Waters was ready at the post. Ball comes up for Team Wood. And then Waters anticipates very well, makes the steal, and has the ball in her goal circle. Not only does she stop the ball, she anticipates passes really well.
The entire defense for Team Arsenal right now, they're playing man-to-man. They're really working together. They're creating cause turnovers. It's not so much mistakes made by Team Wood and Gold, but it's the cause turnovers, the reactionary defense, making the offense do something different.
Taylor Hench did not make that catch as Hench sees the ball roll out of bounds. It belongs to Team Wood. 2.5 minutes or thereabouts into quarter 2. No scoring in this frame. All 4 on the board for Arsenal. They won the opening quarter. They all took 20 points as a result. Sammy Jo Tracy has a 2-goal game working. Michelle Tumalo, part of the player executive committee. That pass gets away. She was looking for Vanthoff. Taylor takes it. Taylor Vanthoff will skip it up top. Garrett getting downhill off the split dodge around Taylor Cummings. Tumalo sets her feet. Nice look. Ost scores! Alex Ost.
Alex Ost doing a great job, exactly what we talked about at the beginning of the game. She has the ability to know when to cut, asking for the pass, handling in tight handles right here. Michelle Tumalo with a great job. Eyes up, inside to Alex Ost, putting Team Wood on the scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Alex Ost, and you're watching Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network.
Hey there, Alex. We see you as she has just struck a few moments ago. The always fashionable Alex Ost with a headband bandana working. It's 4-1 for Team Arsenal. Alex Ost was a terrific player at the University of Maryland.
I love Alex's energy on the field. She gets everyone going. When she's excited, kind of that energy spreads. And when it spreads, good things happen for your team.
Folks, stay with us between quarters 2 and 3. At the half, we'll share a special feature on Alex Ost. 11 different players have received MVP #1 honors. There's 3 MVPs that are staggered at the end of each game. The MVP 1 gets 45 points, 2 gets 30, 3 gets 15. Those all add up to on your individual leaderboard. Ost, a dominating 5-goal performance last weekend. She has the first today, stemming the tide for Team Wood against Team Dempsey Arsenal.
That was a great play by Taylor Cummings for Team Arsenal. She'd gotten the ball checked away. It would have been a turnover. That's -8 points. But then she kicked the ball to a teammate. They didn't lose possession, thus no turnover points lost for Taylor Cummings. So smart on the field.
What's the expression in basketball? Players can really fill up a box score. Taylor Cummings does that in lacrosse. Quick stick down low, and Glynn has made 2 sparkling saves. She just snuffed out Sammy Jo Tracy's hat trick attempt. Katie Glynn looking sharp between the pipes.
What a great call for Kayla Wood. Obviously, as the captain, they have control on the field, but sometimes it's a small thing of making a simple change. I thought defense was playing well. However, the offensive team, Arsenal, was playing even better. And just a goalie change can just change things up, mix up an offense.
Tumalo with a sidewinder. That's fought off by Waters. Another 6 points for the keeper with that save. Ball out of bounds. The officials are going to give possession to Team Wood and then stop play just as quickly. Courtney, the last time we were on the air, we were in the middle of a rainstorm, a driving rainstorm. The field here at Maureen Hendricks Field took a beating. We've seen, though, game-ready sod placed inside the 8-meter key on both ends of the field, and the players seem to be enjoying the footwork right now.
And the field looks beautiful. You know, this is one of the best fields that they've played on. Obviously, after a heavy rainstorm, to step out and not have any wear and tear and be easily making sure that their feet are underneath of their bodies. This league is all about player safety. It's all about having players have a voice. They certainly feel that they have one, and they're enjoying this new sod for sure.
Oss turns, feeds it up top. This is Kentucky Bluegrass that we're working on. Off the roll dodge. Waters makes another save, this time on Shayna Pareca, who is impressed as a 2-point shooting threat. Waters has 3 saves in the contest so far, 2:50 remaining in the opening half. 4-1 for the team in orange, led by Dempsey Arsenal. Becca Block with that great running stride, brings it ahead for Grace Gabriel. Gabriel has been playing lacrosse since 7th grade. Kenzie Kent will have the ball in her cross a lot, for good reason. She's a playmaker. Arsenal, a very good finisher, gets to the alley. Leaves it on the outside for Hench. Hench, who was a level 4 gymnast back in the day. Gabriel ran into a double team that's stripped and taken away. Another cause turnover for the Honey Badger, Ella Simpkins.
I love her style of play. She may not be super tall, but she is so smart, so athletic, and tough, just like a Honey Badger.
When you cause a turnover in this league, when you get credit for a caused turnover, it gives you just as many points as you would get if you scored a goal. Dempsey Arsenal team has coughed it up 5 times. After a really strong opening quarter, it's been a little bit dicey in the second, which has 100 seconds left in it.
Ready, Mom. Ready, Mom. Ball get through. Ball get through.
You hear the defensive communication around the pick and the screen. Good read there by Arsenal. She made the intercept, and now she's off and running. 4-on-3 on the fast break. Arsenal caught from behind there, makes the pass. Off the hitch, it's Kent. Coming late, Cummings! Bullseye!
Speed, athleticism, quick choices all over the field. We saw from that very first anticipation by Dempsey Arsenal culminating in a goal. Joe, we talked over and over about their practices, but you have to be able to do it in a game, and right here, Dempsey Arsenal streaking from end to end, pushing the ball. Kenzie Kent, love her fakes, but most importantly, seeing Taylor Cummings trailing in. She saw that she had time and room. She didn't need to take it in. When you have time and room and a power first shot, just like Taylor Cummings, you're gonna take it.
Well-deserved refreshments there for Taylor. 15 goals on the season in this just the 3rd weekend of play. She's the only player, Courtney, in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse to have multi-goals in each of her first 6 outings. That's her first on the night.
Not only has she scored goals, right, that we've already seen her do tonight, but that cause turnover capability, the draw controls. I just love what a complete player that she is, working hard all over the field.
Athletes Unlimited launched Athlete Causes in partnership with the Give Lively Foundation. Let's learn more about the cause of Katie O'Donnell.
Hi, my name's Katie O'Donnell, and I'm playing for Play Like a Girl. I chose Play Like a Girl for my organization because sport has given me so many tools as a young female that have taken me really far in my career. And the organization as a whole uses sport as a platform for girls to really hone in on those skills and give them an environment to feel confident and really propel them forward in their life, into college and into the workforce after, like specifically in more male-dominated fields.
That's great work for Katie O'Donnell. The Give Lively Foundation is going to make a grant equal to 50% of the athlete's end-of-season bonus to their nonprofit partner. We see a little bio blast on Katie O'Donnell, and we remind you folks that when you can be at the field on Sunday, tickets are available, auprosports.com. Sunday is also our Athlete Causes Day. We'll learn more and more about the causes that these players are playing for and to benefit. 5-1. In this quarter alone, it's 1-1. Remember, whoever wins the quarter gets 20 points for each player on their roster. If it's tied, if it remains 1-1, let's say, those 20 points from quarter two would carry over to the third. Plenty of hollering going on at the defensive end.
A little bit of a different look defensively. First quarter, we saw a zone. This time we see man-to-man by Team Wood. It seemed to slow down the offensive prowess of Team Arsenal.
Dempsey trying to chase down Kayla Wood in that in-game leaderboard. 44 seconds in the quarter, 23 on the shot clock. Cummings lets it fly, another save for Katie Glynn. I have her for 3. That's 18 points via the stops for the netminder. McKenzie finds Simpkins. Ella, who led all of Athletes Unlimited in caused turnovers heading into the weekend, has 20 seconds left now for Shayna Parekha. Working in against McPartland and block. O'Donnell off the split dodge, rolling back. Sidewinder goes wide of Waters, who went to the splits. 7 seconds left in the half. Ost quickly on the restart, gets topside right into the midsection of Waters. She'll hang on and launch this one as the opening quarter comes to its end.
Joe, we talked about lacrosse being a game of runs. I do like that each team has made adjustments in that second quarter, namely Team Wood changing their defense, having Team Arsenal and Orange have to work a little harder to score their goals because they were just crushing that initial zone defense.
Second quarter tied up at 1, so the third quarter will be having 40 points available for each player should they win that individual frame. It is 5-1 Arsenal after 16 minutes of work, taking over this town.
This isn't your pretty pink umbrella in a drink night. This ain't your spaghetti strap little black dress night. All I'm saying is that you better get your game face on. Vodka Red Bull, make it strong. We're tearing it up all night long. Turn it up. Turn it up. No, I can't get enough. Turn it up.
The first quarter did the trick for Team Arsenal. They were pinpoint accurate. Jumped out to a 4-0 lead. They lead at 5-1 after 2 quarters of play with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network. The players just love the way this league is moving along. And fans, we remind you it's time to earn points for watching today's broadcast. Take out your phone, enter the code on the screen into your Athletes Unlimited app. You'll earn points. If you don't have the Athletes Unlimited app, head over to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. You'll start earning points to unlock exclusive rewards. You'll stay in the know about all things Athletes Unlimited. The reviews from the players have been so good. Alex Ost details why Athletes Unlimited is a great place for this sport.
Athletes Unlimited is, it's going to be huge for lacrosse. It's giving so much exposure and visibility to the sport that we all know and love, but it's bringing it on a big, grander mass scale, which is kind of what we're fighting for. I think that us lacrosse players know how awesome lacrosse is. It's about showing the rest of the world. So Athletes Unlimited is giving us that league to be able to put in front of, so many more people in their homes to watch us and watch the game we love so much.
Bang, bang, play, score! Guess who? Alex Ost.
It's really just going to continue to push females to then want to play at the top level, which is here at AU.
Looking at Alex Ost, we heard her talk about what it is that Athletes Unlimited, how it's different from any pro league in the past, and it's all with the fact that they feel like they have a voice, and it's because they do. Whether it's uniforms, whether it's fields, getting to stay with one another, connecting on and off the field for a consecutive 5 weeks.
Very photogenic young lady, not afraid to take her picture in any way, shape, or form, as Sports Illustrated has found out.
Alex Ost, she has done such a great job of being a vocal leader on the field, but off as well. And she's done some amazing things off the field, things that she says are once-in-a-lifetime opportunities.
Smile.
Alex Ost right here. She has been a part of Sports Illustrated. They're looking for athletes. They're looking for just the general woman who isn't what you typically see in the magazine. Alex has tattoos. She is an athlete. And all the time, I think we see the same person over and over again in pictures. And Alex says, why not someone who has a little bit of a different background?
From her swimsuit to high fashion to wearing gold for Team Wood and Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. And it is Alex Ost, the lone goal scorer to this point. We'll get you back for more at the half, right after these words.
Impossible? Ha! Watch me. That word is not in my vocabulary. Welcome to my mentality, where I will show you freedom, recognition, for every athlete, every woman, for my team, for me. Say my name because I am the best at what I do. The All-American, the Olympian. My craft is my free expression, where I compete to win. I stand for racial equality, gender equality, income equality as a guaranteed, tangible reality. Welcome to where I play, where I am free.
Plenty of deserved recognition for Team Arsenal after 2 quarters of play in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse this Friday evening on CBS Sports Network. Joe Beninati and Courtney Martinez Connor with you. Courtney's a 5-time national champion at Maryland. And Court, when we go to Monday and the new captains choose their sides. They're starting to draft with chemistry and camaraderie in mind. How are you seeing it play out now that we've had 3 weeks, or the start of 3 weeks of play?
Well, I think Dempsey Arsenault did a great job in her draft. Basically, every single one of those offensive players, they all have similar styles. They all played within the ACC. A lot of them are on Team USA. They play fast, they play physical, and it's working for them.
And they play pretty well. If you judge by that opening quarter, it was beautiful and started with Sammy Jo Tracy.
Sammy Jo Tracy doing what she does best, and that's showing herself on the inside. She has a knack for being flashy, but scoring goals, making them look easy. Hallie Majorana right there. We had Team Arsenault doing a great job of seeing the open teammates on the inside, moving the ball quickly, finding those players. Yet another one for Sammy Jo Tracy. And Kenzie Kent scoring goals, but she had 3 assists in that first half. So right here, finally getting on the board. We had Alex Sauce being fed by Michelle Tumalo, and this was just the icing on the cake. This is what led to that 1-1 tie in the second corner. Fast break, wide open Taylor Cummings streaking down the middle, finishing it off. So now this third quarter is going to mean everything in terms of points.
That's a wise move, getting the ball into the cross of number 27. Taylor Cummings buries that shot. It's 5-1 for Arsenault after 16 minutes. The shot story's pretty close. The saves are even, and yet we have a one-sided game.
The draw controls. When you win the draw, you generally have more of an opportunity to have that ball in your stick and finish with a goal. And so I think difference in draw controls means everything. When you possess the ball, you just tend to have more confidence.
The team in the gold uniforms has not been beaten in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. They are doing their homework, getting ready for the second half of play. They've got some catching up to do. It's 5-1 Arsenault after 3 quarters of play as you look at the Geico overall leaderboard. We are back with the third with you in just a few moments. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network is presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. Team Dempsey Arsenault in the orange, a 5-1 leader over Team Wood after 2 quarters of play. We've had a lot of fun with the players wearing mics for us in the first 3 weeks of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Let's go into the game with Hallie Majorana.
Guys, let's go! Oh, that picture's scary. Here we go! Let's go! Let's go, Kales. Do we? Love you. Let's go, Mackenzie. It's so fun playing with you. Yes! That's awesome! Woo! Here we go. Jen Kent, that was for you, Jen Kent. Yes, Kenzie.
Hallie, you are darn right for saying it's fun to play with Kenzie Kent. When you're a scorer like Hallie is and Kent feeds the ball like she does, that's peanut butter and jelly right there.
I love the shout out to her mom. Obviously, Kenzie playing for her mom at Boston College, one of the assistant coaches. It's always fun when you can keep it within the family.
Katie Glynn's in the goal for Team Wood in gold. Katie took over for Amber Hill, who started in this game. We started around 5 p.m. Eastern time. Approaching the top of the hour. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor with you as we tip our caps to all the men and women in our technical crew for all of their efforts today and a busy weekend ahead. Michelle Tumalo looks on the outside. Makes the feed there on the flip for Garrett. Garrett working in against Arsenal. Hirsch is there to defend. This snapshot goes wide from McMahon. Closest to the ball, wherein when it leaves the field on a shot, gets possession of the ball. It'll stay with Team Wood. 17 seconds to shoot. Pareka for two! She let it fly. She was close to that 8-meter key. This may need a review.
Shayna Pareka, she is no strangers to that 2-point goal. I wouldn't be surprised if they potentially challenge this from Team Arsenal. But Shayna Pareka, she has the ability to see when she has time, room, and space right here. As soon as receiving that ball from Michelle Tumalo, you see that that defensive player gave her too much space, not stepping up. And you cannot do that with a player like Shayna Pareka.
Patty Kletcher-Porter is our table official.
To see if that's a 2-point goal or a 1-point goal.
The head official is Erica Leslie. They'll look at the tablet, see replays as to whether or not Pareka let the ball fly before her foot touched the line on the 8-meter key. If it counts as a 2-point goal, it's worth 16. Have another look at it yourself.
Joe, the ball is out of her stick, which is the important part. As soon as that ball is out of her stick, she can step on the line, she can step over the line. So that's what they're taking a look at right now.
After the review, the athlete was outside the 8. It is a 2-point goal.
Shayna Pareka leads Athletes Unlimited with 3 of those 2-point tallies in the first 3 weeks of the season. And she's quickly made this a 5-3 game. Courtney, you know what makes her shot so difficult is she often is shooting off of her front foot. In the weight transfer, I as a goalie, old goalie, would be reading that weight transfer forward. She's often shooting it with her front foot on the ground. It's an unusual, quirky release, and then she's got great pace on her shot. Right off the draw control. You get 2 points for that in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. It's 6-on-6 at this end of the field. Kelly McPartland working for Team Dempsey Arsenal, now a 2-point leader over Team Wood. Arsenal and Wood came into this evening's action as the top 2 players on the overall Geico leaderboard. We only crown one champion. This snapshot on the run is a goal from Kenzie Kent.
Answering back from the other end of the field, Team Arsenal won the next draw control, which is exactly what you want to do. You want to answer goal for goal, ideally. However, this was not a 2-point goal. So Team Wood still leads the third quarter at 2-1. But I love right here how as soon as Kenzie gets her stick nice and low, she puts her head high, acting like she's maneuvering, faking around that defensive player who's sliding. She has such slick hands, the best way to describe it, and I equate it every single time to her ice hockey days.
A 2-sport athlete at Boston College. She went to the Frozen Four in ice hockey 3 different times. This is her 3rd multi-goal game of the season. She's having a monster day. By my count, Court, 2 goals and 3 assists. You get 12 points for every goal. You get 4 points for an assist. It's a blockbuster stat point night for Kenzie Kent. Now remember, this third quarter is worth 40 points for each team. Everybody on the roster, because the second quarter was tied, those 20 points carry over. McPartland lifts it over top of the crossbar. Lightning quick restart. Kent feeds it inside. Sammy Jo Tracy. Wow! Behind the back, shovel shot to the top corner. That's the way to cap off a hat trick.
Joe, Team Arsenal, they got away with one right there. They were actually offsides. Remember, the restraining line is at the middle of the field. They were offsides. However, every referee out there, there's only 3 of them, and there's 10 players per team. You can't see everything. They kept attacking. What I loved was after that first shot went wide, they quickly got it inbounds and moved the ball to a streaking Sammy Jo Tracy inside. She loves rolling back. Her ability right here to catch the ball, see where that defensive player is at. Her only option was to do the Twizzler shot around that sliding defender. Very heads-up play and placement.
The release was one thing, Courtney, but where she put that, pretty much at the apex of the post and the crossbar, an amazing finish for Sammy Jo Tracy. And I'm thinking by now that Kayla Woods had enough of Sammy Jo. Sammy Jo had a hat trick against Team Wood last weekend. 7-3 in favor of the team in orange. And they lead in this third quarter, worth 40 points, 2 points to 1. Couple of tallies in less than a half a minute. O'Donnell comes up with a ground ball scoop. She finds the open player midfield. That's Taylor Van Thoff, the younger sister of Taryn, who we'll see in the nightcap this evening.
Speaking of slick stick, she was just maneuvering all of that stick work with her draw control stick. She uses a different draw stick, helps her in winning possession.
Izzy McMahon off the question mark, put it over top of Kaylee Waters. It'll stay Team Wood ball, 28 seconds to shoot. Van Thoff isolating off the screen from Pareka. Lets it fly from long range again, looking for 2. That buzzed wide. Possession for Team Wood. McMahon guarded by the defense of Katie Hirsch, who's a black belt in Shotokan Karate. Off this turnover, McPartland on the steal, and she's got numbers, and she can fly. With Arsenal, this is a 5-on-3. McPartland feed. Sammy Jo Tracy, one more. Backside score! Kenzie Kent. Everybody touches the ball there.
Again, we're seeing it in full display. Making plays on the defensive end of the field is translating offensively. With a caused turnover at the defensive end right here, intercepting that ball. Kelly McPartland showing her speed, streaking for a 5-on-3. Quick ball movement, making defense have to do their work. And another one for Kenzie Kent.
Has opened up a 5-point lead now in this third quarter, almost halfway through it, with Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Friends, we remind you, Sunday, 1 Eastern, CBS Sports Network heads to Georgia for the perfect game, 11U Select Baseball Festival. Catch the first pitch as 24 of the nation's top skilled players face off while raising funds for the Atlanta's children and cancer communities. That's Grace Gabriel's face there, by the way, as we invite all of our players to be unlimited, playing in front of friends and family and special guests this time around. Hallie Majorana and Team Arsenal have been lethal on fast breaks. Courtney, all that practice in the week is leading up to being perfection on it come game day. As we thank our presenting field partners this time around, our thanks to Geico for their support. Team Arsenal won 20 points in the opening quarter. They downed Team Wood 4-zip. The two teams played even 1-1 in the second, so those 20 points carry over. This third quarter is worth 40. As you hear the officials setting up the draw, right now, Team Arsenal has a 3-1 lead, the last 3 goals in succession. And the ball for Becca Block. Kenzie Kent has been a one-person wrecking crew in this lacrosse game. 3 goals, 3 assists. Bring it on around for Arsenal.
Again, we notice Team Wood is sticking with their man-to-man defense. Tends to give bigger difficulties.
Majorana behind the back. Off of a feed from Kent to the end line. Great hustle there by Sammy Jo Tracy. She beat Holly Riley to the ball to keep possession. Snapshot just sent high by Arsenal. Another backup for Majorana. 6 seconds now, 5 to shoot. Feed it inside, that'll get away. Long drive knocked down. Picked up by Wood as the shot clock expires. 8-3 for Team Arsenal. Where it matters most on the overall Geico leaderboard, Kayla Wood has a lead by some 31 points over Dempsey Arsenal.
Joe, at the end of this third quarter, it's going to be a whopping 40 points for the team who's in the lead, and right now that's Team Arsenal, so that would be another big boost to all the players in gold.
Waters made an easy stop there on Allie Kennedy with 3 and change to go in the third quarter. McPartland on the clear. The nightcap will see Team Reed against Team Oldmiller. Majorana sets it up for Arsenal and around the horn to Taylor Cummings, one of the individual stat point leaders in the summer of 2021. We play at 6-on-6. Halfway through the 60-second shot clock, there's an 8-meter key in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Arsenal was open. Off the face dodge, she draws a couple defenders. McPartland shoved off the alley there by Riley. Shot clock at 15. Good work there by the veteran defender, Riley, digging in. Arsenal outside the 8-meter key, 8 seconds to shoot. Why not get it to Kenzie Kent? Kent rolls inside, lost the handle. Good strip there by Kayla Wood, and the shot clock expires. Courtney, just when they needed a good defensive stop, Team Wood got it.
Excellent defensive play, good communication. We saw tough on body. Talked about Holly Riley, former 2-time world champion.
Pareka with another scorcher from the outside.
Shayna Pareka, love when she is able to get a step on her defensive player. She has such a powerful shot, but it's her quick release. As soon as she gets her hands back, you generally expect for a long driving forward motion. She doesn't need that. She just needs a few steps. As soon as she gets her stick back and into position, right here. Most players are setting it up in their stick with a couple of cradles. She has one simple cradle, getting it nice and low, and I think this is another 2-point.
It is. It is, and for the second time in this Athletes Unlimited season, as you see the net ripple behind Kaylee Waters, it is Shayna Pareka with a pair of 2-point goals in the same contest. All of a sudden, bringing her squad back within 3. Shayna Pareka, with each goal she scores from behind the key, she gets 16 for her individual total. She's up to 438 on the overall leaderboard. 1 minute and 58 seconds remaining in the opening half of game number 13 of 30 this season. Friends, our players were asked to talk about self-belief, a time of reflection, and how it affected their career. Let's listen in to Amber McKenzie.
I think for me, the belief comes in the preparation and knowing that although maybe I'm not like the fastest or the fittest where I used to be, or not drafted #1 anymore, for me it's that I have the leadership that I've played this sport for so long. I know the game and I know how to be a really good teammate, and I might not be the fastest, but I also know okay, this is the angle I need to take to play this player. Maybe that's how I can stop her from getting around me rather than just trying to do this amazing athletic feat at 34.
We saw in that replay, Amber took the right angle on Katrina Dowd. Courtney, she says if you're passionate about it, try it.
What I love about Amber McKenzie, she has 2 young sons. Her ability to continue to play at this age, just because you're a mom doesn't mean you have to stop playing a sport that you love and a sport that you were such a big part of at that U.S. level. Obviously, she played at UNC, had a great career there as well. But being able to still step on the field, so very important to show her young sons.
Enjoy hearing from the players. That was Believe You Will, presented by Guaranteed Rate. Amber McKenzie looking on. Kayla Wood still setting the pace overall and on the in-game leaderboard.
Kayla Wood still leading things, and with her team having this monstrous third quarter, right now they are leading at 4-3, could come up with 40 points.
Pareka's 2 two-pointers doing the job. Kayla Wood backtracking towards her own cage. She'll run and use that net for some cover away from Hench. Now it's in the cross of the netminder, Katie Glenn. On for O'Donnell, double teamed at the midline with 1:30 left in quarter 3. O'Donnell lost her cross. Back comes Team Arsenault. Taylor Cummings strides ahead. We have not had a player up situation in this game. Officials led by Erica Leslie. Cummings in no hurry now with 1:12 to go in the quarter.
I think the officials have done such a great job. While it's a more physical game, they've definitely kept the players still safe on the field. There's no shooting space calls, no 3 seconds.
Majorana from deep, deflected away by Glenn. That was a good stop off the top of her cross. Give the goalie 6 points. On the outlet, there's Riley. It bounces away, and it belongs to Becca Block with 48 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Ball still loose. Block in possession, and now a chance for Team Arsenault. Should they score here, they would tie the third quarter. Closing in, step shot, score! Kenzie Kent, 4 goals, 4 assists for number 10.
That's a tough one for Team Wood. They had stepped things up on the offensive end of the field, but turnovers have plagued them, and Team Arsenault has capitalized on their side of the field. Great cause turnover, started with the defense and transitioning into the offensive end of the field. As we take a look right here, Taylor Cummings having vision, put it in the hot hands of Kenzie Kent. Why not?
That sidewinder release here from just about parallel, and then she snaps the wrist to yank that ball upstairs. So difficult for a goalie to follow.
Her wrist action, and again, I equate it to, it's almost like I could picture her with a puck out in the ice hockey court, field, what is that, the rink?
Ice rink, sure.
On the ice rink, she has that ability just to be so fluid right when you don't expect it, that nice little snap. Again, most players pulling their stick far away from their body, but she's able to do it so quickly, catching everyone off guard.
She's heating up at just the right moment, right? She moved up 22 spots on the leaderboard from week 1 to week 2, and she is hot as a pistol right now. Tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern. Get ready for the biggest harness race of the year as the Colts, Geldings, and Phillies take off on the trot at the Meadowlands for a chance to be crowned the 2021 Hamiltonian winner. That's right here on CBS Sports Network. Hallie Majorana playing in front of friends and family and special guests and watching Kenzie Kent put on a show. Folks, you can join us on Sunday. Games are 2 o'clock and 4:30 this coming Sunday. Join us here at Marine Hendricks Field at the Maryland Soccerplex. Game day tickets available for select dates at auprosports.com/tickets/lacrosse. This Team Arsenault squad with a 9-5 lead, and Courtney, they're doing it without top defender Meg Dowdy, who's on the inactive list, injured recently. Cummings has been a stalwart off the draw control. The team dressed in orange has dominated at the draw circle. 11 of the 15 have gone their way. Amber McKenzie comes up with a ground ball. Waning stages of quarter 3. A last-ditch effort now for Allie Kennedy in a fast break. 7 seconds to play. Right down Broadway. Score! Allie Kennedy says, "I'll take it myself."
Allie Kennedy, such a strong midfielder, showing her speed in the open field. What I love about this fast break, it was a 4-on-3. We saw that little box formation. Again, 3 attackers waiting down at the other end. She went exactly where she should go, to that top right side. No defenders are sliding to you. You want to make sure to continue and take it to goal. We see that space that they gave to her. No sliding was happening defensively. Again, huge advantage for Team Wood.
That is a big, big goal when there are 40 points on the line for this quarter alone. And that would give Team Wood a 5-4 advantage in this frame. The quick release fooling Kaylee Waters. 5.9 to go in quarter 3. Allie's 8th on the season. This is game 13 of 30 and the first of 2 tonight at Maureen Hendricks Field. Off the draw, McMahon guarded by Hirsch as quarter number 3 comes to its end. Kayla Wood's side gets 40 points apiece by virtue of that late Allie Kennedy goal. They're on a tear. The all-important score by quarter in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. Team Arsenault was off to that great start, but Team Wood's Bafo performance in quarter number 3 gives them 40 points because it was carried over from the second being tied at 1 apiece. 9-6 overall where it matters most, but when you divvy it up frame by frame, Court, how about the quarter points won after the double points for Team Wood?
Team Wood, I'm sure, is ecstatic with that 40 points boost. However, I know each and every one of these single players want to come out with that ultimate win at the end of the game, and currently Team Wood is the only one who's 6-0. Anybody wearing that gold jersey from that very beginning, just 3 players from the past.
Folks, if you're just tuning in with us, there's the shooting star of the night, Kenzie Kent.
That's a new record, 4 goals and 4 assists within Athletes Unlimited. Kenzie Kent showing her shiftiness around that goal circle. Love her ability to fake and finish, but also her ability shooting on the run, using that snap of the wrist, wide open, making sure she's always putting herself in position to score a goal is what I think is most important in how she's helping her team today, but she can also dish it off.
Kenzie Kent, one of 6 kids in the family. Kenzie's had 2 different 10-point games in college. She did so while with Boston College against Dartmouth and against Maryland. We are just about set for the start of the fourth quarter. Before we do that, we're going to join forces with Britt Brown. Britt, what's your point of view of this game so far? How would you describe it?
We just need to close it out. We've been out grinding and out hustling this entire game. We're winning the draws, we're winning the ground balls, and now we just need to close it. We just need to finish it. Take home a win right into the weekend.
Offensively, we've seen Kenzie Kent. She's doing a great job for your team. Should we expect that we keep getting the ball into her stick?
Oh, for sure. She's a facilitator for us, but she's also a scorer. You should never sleep on Kenzie when she's got the ball in her hand.
It's great to get into the game with Britt Brown. Thank you, Britt.
No problem.
Fourth quarter set to unfold. We had a lot of chances to catch up with Britt Brown, and she told us time after time that she tries and wants to help change the world and do it for the younger generation. She and all of these athletes, unlimited lacrosse players, share the same mindset.
All for the greater good. I love the fact that they are willing to take ownership. They are truly out on this field representing the sport of lacrosse, but making sure that every young player knows that they can do it too. No matter what background you come from, you can certainly step onto the field. There are opportunities for you.
That's Courtney Martinez-Connor. I'm Joe Beninati. Glad you've tuned in there with us. This is Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. For bundling made easy, go to geico.com. We're watching Team Arsenault in the orange work 6-on-6. 35 seconds left in the 60-second shot clock. Hallie Majorana was inside that goal circle, so that's a turnover. Back to Team Wood in this 3-point game. The second game of our doubleheader will feature Team Britt Reed, one of the goalkeepers in Athletes Unlimited, against Kylie Ohlmiller. Ohlmiller had a 5-goal, 2-assist game earlier in this league that's now been bested by Kenzie Kent's 4+4. Not to gloss over, but 10 points in a game, twice in college that I referenced. That BC team must have been fun to watch. Pareka's drive, a good kick-out save by Waters.
Joe, and they weren't against any slouch teams. When you say Maryland, multi-time national championship team caliber, that's pretty impressive.
Block on the feed, trying to run Majorana inside. That was deflected away. I was watching Becca Block shoot the ball yesterday. I know she gets credit for being a best defender type, but she has offensive skills too. So does this player in Hallie Majorana. She ran right into the shadow, though, of Kayla Wood. 6:20 to go regulation time. Should we be tied at the end of regulation, they would go to a 3-minute sudden victory overtime. We've done that once in the first dozen games of Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse, and Kenzie Kent provided the winner that day. This time the pass is over the head of Majorana. It's a turnover. 11 turnovers against Team Arsenault. We talked about Kenzie Kent and how prolific a scorer she is. Unfortunately for her, she has turned the ball over a league-leading number of times in Athletes Unlimited. Every time you do that, you lose 8 points from your total.
Whenever you handle the ball a lot, there's just more opportunities for you to turn that ball over. When you're going to create, not every single opportunity is going to translate. So not surprised, the more that you handle the ball, just the more opportunities that you have to potentially lose it.
Waters has been excellent. She just stopped Molly Garrett there, the former University of Michigan star. Sammy Jo Tracy has a hat trick today. Waters has 7 stops. Each of those gets her 6 points. The individual stat points are great, but we keep pointing out, when you win as a team at the quarter, when you win the games collectively, that's where your totals really add up. Cummings weaves her way through. Majorana's next. Cummings on the sneak, tried to go short side, missed it. Backed up well. Kenzie Kent's done everything well tonight. 14 seconds to shoot. Tries to stuff that one. She was fouled.
We're going to see our first 8-meter free position of the game. A little bit of a difference. Every single 8 meters taken at that top center hash. Defense has access to the left and right. This is the only spot where we will see them taken from, and it's also the only spot where we saw the first 2-point goal.
From Marie McCool. Kent fires. Good save by Glenn. She straightened up at just the right time there. Now Wood goes the other direction. Her team in goal, trailing by 3. Still plenty of time with which to work. 4.5 to go in the fourth. Michelle Tumalo, newly named head coach at the United States Military Academy. 35 in the goal will drift back behind the cage. McMahon stopping and starting. McMahon, who has the U.S. Military Academy on her resume. She transferred from there to USC out in Southern Cal. Snapshot on the run, blocked again. Waters made the denial on Kennedy. And she comes racing from her goal circle to lead the attack. Goalies are allowed to score in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse. We haven't seen one venture across the midline, though.
But if there was going to be a goalkeeper to do it, I don't doubt it wouldn't be Kaylee Waters. Super athletic. Obviously, we see her active in and around that goal circle. Just a perfect example of her running out of the cage. No viable options are available. She's going to take it as far as needed.
Majorana atop the 8-meter key. We've seen a couple of 2-point goals from the team in goal from Shayna Parekha. Skip it to McPartland. Kayla Wood always in good defensive position. Remarkable. Ball down, comes up for Sammy Jo Tracy, and a whistle stops play. Ball belongs to Team Wood. We were 9-6 after 3 quarters. We have not had a point put on the board yet in the 4th. Alex Ost likely to produce on the feed there. That was a tough catch. Dempsey Arsenal covering up for her squad. Ball challenged and collected by Molly Little. On the move, here comes Block. Block just breezing along, floats it inside, behind the back. Ooh, that was an awkward fall for Kenzie Kent. She comes up okay. Katie Glynn finds the open player. It's Ella Simpkins.
This is what Team Wood needs, multiple stops. However, they need their offense to translate. They're gonna step back into this game with less than 3 to go.
As we hear the whistle and the timeout called, we will step aside. We'll get you back for an exciting conclusion. Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network.
Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate.
Courtney, way back on Media Day a couple weeks ago, we were having a whole lot of fun with these athletes. They have tremendous personality. Majorana scores goals in bunches, and she can juggle really well.
What I love about Media Day, finding out those unique things that each player's, maybe they don't necessarily tell everyone, but they were willing to show us, which I think is super exciting.
9-6 for Team Dempsey Arsenal with 2:27 to go in the 4th quarter. Alex Ost is leading the charges there for Team Kayla Wood in come-from-behind mode. Friends, head to auprosports.com. That's where you get your Athletes Unlimited gear. That's auprosports.com. Don't forget to follow on social at AU Pro Sports for exclusive inside content. We've seen a lot of really good offensive plays tonight. How about our Geico defensive play? Compliments to the goalie, Kaylee Waters.
Kaylee Waters reads every single offensive set so very well. We see her quick hands. Wherever that ball moves, she's moving. However, putting her body behind the ball, oh so important when your stick can't get there. Getting your body there next, showing her athleticism and quickness. Not surprised, Kaylee Waters with the defensive play of the game.
Kaylee likes to do the New York Times crossword puzzles. She tells me they get more and more difficult as the weeks go by. Those are just some of the little factoids we found out on Media Day. At the end of the season, we will be awarding the Geico Defensive Player of the Year. And Waters has to be in contention. Team Arsenal has a 3-point advantage, 2:14 to go. Courtney, are you thinking 2-pointer yet, or is it too soon? McMahon off the hitch. Pareka is the threat from 2, but she didn't get it in her cross. Good defensive plays made there. Cummings leaves the defensive zone.
That's 100% what they were going for. As soon as they put that ball into Shayna Pareka's stick, they were looking for that 2-pointer. However, Team Arsenal, they were prepared and ready for it.
We'll see Shayna's sister Sydney in the second game. Team Reed against Team Oldmiller. Teams dressed in blue and purple, respectively. In orange, Team Arsenal has the advantage, and they'll slow things now. Dempsey goes to the split dodge. Bounce shot just sent wide of Glynn. Backed up on the end line by Kenzie Kent, who is undoubtedly going to be the MVP of this game should it hold. Another timeout called with 1:27 to go and a 3-point advantage for the team in orange. Folks, listen up. When you join us in person at Maureen Hendricks Field, and you can do so on Sunday, you can get an exclusive NFT. It's a free Athletes Unlimited digital collectible. All you have to do is be here in person, like you can be on Sunday. Scan the QR code. We'll roll out a new limited edition NFT each fan game this season, so get your tickets and start collecting today. This evening's doubleheader played in front of friends and family and special guests. And Courtney, right now, Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse is taking that springboard effect off of a great NCAA women's lacrosse season. There are well over 500 programs now across all the divisions in women's lacrosse at the collegiate level.
Many of these players, having played in the NCAA tournament at their respective universities, they've been in big game moments. Ella Simpkins was just in the national championship game for Syracuse. They're looking to springboard off of that once they step into the professional league, and I think all of these players have done such a great job. Kayla Wood, another one of those players. She played for UNC, was in that championship weekend, and it's all about learning and then taking that into the next level.
Come on out and see us on Sunday. Games are at 2 and 4:30 here at Maureen Hendricks Field. Team Arsenal has the 9-6 advantage, and they've got 3 points on the board via Sammy Jo Tracy.
Sammy Jo got on the board early off of a nice goal, quick ball movement offensively, and what's worked for Team Arsenal over and over and over again. That first quarter, they scored a lot of goals off of the zone defense of Team Wood, capitalizing one to the next and finishing their opportunities. So it's easy to have ball movement, it's easy to be cutting, but you also have to place your shots, which they definitely did that first quarter.
Sammy Jo's pretty honest, right? She's cooking on the field tonight, but she says she's the worst cook. She can burn anything in the kitchen. As we look at the in-game leaderboard, Kayla Wood still setting the pace for the players in this contest. That's a set piece and a shove there as Kenzie Kent went hurtling through the air. A much-needed possession now for Team Wood in gold, trailing by 3. Ella Simpkins spots the open player. It's Katie O'Donnell. 1 minute, 7 seconds to go. 47 on the shot clock. Team Wood in gold needs 3 to tie. Pareka on a night when she already has 2 2-point goals outside that 8-meter keep. Tumalo thought about the flip. Makes it for Taylor Van Thoff. Van Thoff, great trail check. Perfectly timed on the caused turnover by Taylor Cummings. That should help seal the deal. Waters on her way to the goal. Kaylee Waters all the way off the roll dodge. Waters is thinking about it. How about a goalie maybe shooting for 2? An easy stop for Glynn. Now the net's empty. You think about the open net and the easy 2 for Tumalo. Tumalo doesn't shoot it through the pack. 20 seconds left. Waters racing back to the circle. Breathing heavy, and it's pumped over top of the cage by Allie Kennedy. You see at the bottom of the screen, when you win, you get 45 points. You get 20 for winning each quarter. Off the roll dodge, Ost, 4 seconds to go. Score! Alex Ost may have just won the 4th quarter for Team Wood.
Joe, I guarantee these teams are going to be talking about number one, how to stop a comeback from Team Wood. Team Wood talking about how do we win this draw control. We've seen it done from the draw within 6 seconds in previous games. Right here, we saw looking for a 2-point shot. However, a goal is just as good. Just let's get the ball into the back of the net. Let's take another draw control, and let's get possession again. Coming off of that spin is what kind of screened Kaylee Waters from being able to save that shot.
More than likely, too little, too late, but still pretty to watch Ost work off that roll dodge and snap one past Waters. Just 3.8 seconds left. But that strike from Ost likely steals 20 points away from the team in orange. From the goal cam, you can appreciate the speed of that shot from Alex Ost. One last draw. Garrett and Cummings. Ball down, game over. Team Arsenal wins again. And for the first time in her Athletes Unlimited career, Kayla Wood and her team taste defeat.
What a great job by Team Arsenal. We saw it from the very start. And that hole that was dug by Team Wood in quarter one ultimately is what prevailed. Team Arsenal with the win. We saw ball movement. We saw teammates working together as if they played together for an entire season. In a few short practices, they were able to come together, work as one, not just on the offensive end of the field, but as well as the defensive end of the field. They were stifling defensively. And then again, starting with goalkeeper Kaylee Waters. Great job. We almost witnessed a goal by a goalie today. Again, possession at the draw control key in the win for Team Arsenal.
Dempsey Arsenal, victory after victory. Kayla Wood finally knows what it feels like to fall in defeat, this time by the final count of 9-7. Folks, if you're just tuning in, you missed a whale of a lacrosse game, and specifically so from the player wearing number 10 in the orange. Kenzie Kent had a stretch there, Courtney, where she could not miss.
Every single movement has a purpose for Kenzie Kent. We saw a little hitch fake to begin with. We see change of levels in her stick. However, her ability not just to score, but to see the field, see her teammates all over, is what sets her apart from everyone else.
Kenzie Kent, I'm sure, is going to get a lot of MVP voting from her mates and from the players on the other side of the equation. Joe Beninati, Courtney Martinez, Connor with you. Kenzie Kent is joining us at field level. And Kenzie, describe that first quarter in particular when your team could do no wrong.
Yeah, that was very exciting. We had a lot of chemistry right off the bat, and it was a lot of fun.
Kenzie, do you realize that you broke a league record tonight with what you were doing offensively?
No, I didn't.
Kylie Oldmiller is upset with you because your 4+4 is better than her 5+2. When you get in a groove like that, Kenzie, what works?
I think just going hard 1v1 and looking for that open cutter, and just really just moving fast, always moving the ball, always moving your feet. That really tends to open up the offense.
Kenzie, we've seen your mom in the stands previously. What is it that had her on the collegiate field helping you, as well as maybe communication between games within Athletes Unlimited?
Yeah, I mean, I think she can read any defense as well as anyone. So, she just encourages me to go hard, work hard, and everything else will fall into place.
Kenzie, take a bow. Bravo. That was really good. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Kenzie Kent joining us post-game as Team Dempsey Arsenal gets the win. Sammy Jo Tracy figured prominently in that score sheet as well.
Sammy Jo is such a flashy player, but confident as well. I love how she has the ability to really rally with the team, get them going. She was the first one on the scoreboard tonight, but she didn't stop there. It was her hustle plays, getting her team second chances by running wide shots out, really working hard in the ride. Her offensive prowess was certainly shown tonight.
Sometimes they call a highlight reel a sizzle reel. Her highlight reel, Sammy Jo Tracy's, is just sizzling off the charts as the players are making their MVP votes. Sammy Jo Tracy, I would think, is going to factor in as well in some of the MVP voting. You get one of my votes, Sammy Jo. How would you describe your team's performance so far today?
Thank you. It was a true team effort. It was from the goalie, defense, midfield, all the way to the attack. We were extremely gritty. And also, I had a great support system to help me be myself.
Sammy Jo, you had 2 out of the first 3 goals for your team in the first quarter. What is it that gets you pumped up from game to game?
My teammates and playing with the best in the world, truly.
Sammy Jo, you referenced your goalie, Kaylee Waters. I watched you guys yesterday at practice. She was unconscious, and she took that over to the game today. What's it like trying to shoot on her?
Well, she's my best friend, so that definitely, she knows I'm talking about her right now. And she's just herself, and I cannot describe how incredible she is. She's truly one of a kind, and if anybody could do it, she can.
Sammy Jo, we've talked countless times about how lacrosse is a part of your family, from your brother playing collegiately as well as your father. You know, what does family mean to you as well as the sport?
Family is everything to me, and I'm so lucky I have such a great support system and get to enjoy what I'm doing. This is an honor to be here.
Sammy Jo, you shot the ball beautifully again today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Team Dempsey Arsenal to a 9-7 winner over Team Wood. Kaylee Waters made it all stand up from her position in goal.
Kaylee Waters doing what she does best, being a quarterback for the defense, really leading them, showing her athleticism. I mean, to see her run coast to coast twice, almost scoring a goal as well as getting back in the goal cage for a potential save. She did what was needed to have her team walk away and hand Team Wood their first loss.
Kaylee, I don't know if you know this, but we are playing probably a mile away from Waters Road. You've been really good in Athletes Unlimited, but I don't think they should be naming streets after you just yet. What did you do so well today?
I had a great defense in front of me, the whole team effort. I saw the shots that I wanted to see. I was able to get to them. And like I always say, I had fun with it. I appreciate the atmosphere that's out here. It just allows me to be myself and have a lot of fun as a lacrosse player and teammate.
Kaylee, I love that big smile. Now, defensively, we saw a lot of man-to-man. What is it that makes you guys so successful on the field?
We have just strong defenders out there that communicate. I think what was key for us is we trusted each other. You know, we didn't have to try and overplay anything. We just let each player, do their job because each one of them is really good, and we just communicated.
Kaylee, all game long, the best athletes in the world are shooting lacrosse balls at you until the last 60 seconds of the game when you decided to take over and go the other way offensively. Tell me what's going through your mind as you're huffing and puffing here.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's in the rule book. You can. Hasn't been in other areas that I've played. I have a great supportive team who have made some comments previously like, go take it, be the first one. I also so I guess I enjoy taking risks, so I said, why not? Had a little bit of adrenaline in me.
Kaylee, love that offensive prowess. Wish we would have seen that first goal by a goalie, but I guarantee you're going to be the one to do that. Now, as you look at handing Team Woods their very first loss, is that something you guys talked about? How did you really prep for this week? You look like you've been practicing as a group for a long time.
Absolutely. Credit to Kayla Wood. She's come out on that gold team 3 weeks in a row, or 2 weeks, undefeated, and we're all competitive, so we remember that. We hold on to that. Each Friday night, the gold team's always won, and throughout, so that was definitely a point of discussion. We came out here pretty hungry that, we wanted to give gold team their first loss, and as a team, in terms of at practice, we had a lot of fun. We didn't overthink anything. We just let the game come to us.
Kaylee, great work. Thanks very much for the insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you all.
That's Kaylee Waters, victorious netminder, as they put down Team Wood in gold. Through the handshake line, Majorana with the bragging rights. We'll continue with more post-game on CBS Sports Network. For once, the team in the gold uniforms was not golden. It's Team Arsenal, the 9-7 winner. in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse as Team Wood continues to huddle up in the aftermath of this 2-point defeat. We take you into the game now with Team Arsenal's Hallie Majorana.
Don't make eye, you can't make eye contact with me when you say that, Becca. You're like looking into my soul. I literally don't line up here because I don't want any part of that. It hurts. You know?
Oh, it's like we could be the spicy crew.
But I don't like hot sauce. I'm not a big spice girl. Let's go. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you got it and say apple?
All right, get together on 3.
What was that little dance for you, Kenzie? It was a nice little move. People don't know she dances too.
You dance? I know you.
She also has a really good voice.
Guys, I'm an O-lineman. I'll protect the house.
I don't think you would be an O-lineman. No, I'm a running back. I'm good for 5 yards. That's it. And I got big thighs. Can your husband help me?
Maybe.
Woo! Win's a win!
A win is a win. There we go.
First loss. Win's a win!
First loss. Finally, they won.
Was it pretty? Wasn't ugly, but it was great.
Someone had to do it.
It wasn't pretty, it wasn't ugly, but someone had to do it.
Who knew they'd tell knock-knock jokes in the huddle? Have a peek at Majorana's goal.
I love how Hallie Majorana, she's just that extra exciting piece on the field, kind of getting everyone going. She assisted that first goal, scored the second, but it's her ability to kind of just get everyone calm, cool, and relaxed. We heard from Kaylee Waters, their goalkeeper, saying it was about being calm, being relaxed, and just doing what was needed on the field, and Hallie Majorana was a big part of that.
Team Arsenal with the early right cross. It was a 4-0 lead after the opening quarter. They hold on to win by 2. We have more to come after this. In front of friends and family and special guests this time around, Team Arsenal did not score in the fourth quarter, but they didn't have to. They hold on for the 9-7 victory. Courtney, let's take everybody through the goal-scoring summary. Sammy, Joe, Tracy, you're up.
Sammy Joe Tracy got Team Arsenal on the board early, and they would not be stopped. They scored a total of 4 goals, all from teammates cutting for one another, moving the ball, and they really picked apart the zone that Team Wood and Gold ran.
The ball movement was excellent. Kent there on the sneak, and it was 4-love after 8 minutes.
But then to start that second quarter, we had Alex Doss finishing off a feed from Michelle Tumalo. However, it would end in a 1-1 tie in that second quarter, which meant those all-important quarter points, 20 on the line, were pushed to the third.
Shayna Parecka loves it too. I mean, she really loves a 2-point shot. Kenzie Kent loves that sidewinder.
And Sammy Joe Tracy with the Twizzler, all aimed at that top cheddar net. As we look, quick movement yet again working for Team Arsenal, but Shayna Parecka answered with yet another 2-pointer.
Team Wood had a 5-point third quarter, but it would be Kenzie Kent's day.
Ultimately, to end that third quarter, Wood would get the total of 40 points, and then Alex Off sealed the deal in the fourth quarter with yet another 20 points for Team Wood.
Team Arsenal setting the pace in terms of shots. The turnover story, they were plentiful and they were even, but look at Kenzie Kent, the highest scoring individual game of the 13 that have been played in Athletes Unlimited Lacrosse history.
Love that every single game we're seeing new things being done. Kenzie Kent with her 4 goals and 4 assists was a new record within Athletes Unlimited. But this shows you when you win the draw, good things happen. Your team has possession. You're able to control the pace of the game. And that big-time first quarter was huge for Team Arsenal. However, not to be turned away, Team Wood leading 3 of those 4 quarters was very important in terms of gaining points.
That last bullet point means at least 60 points, right, for your individual totals when you add up the quarter points won. As we look at the Geico leaderboard, Kayla Wood came into the weekend leading. She stays there for the moment.
Not surprised, again, when you have those 60 points off of each individual corner, those tend to add up. However, all those players in orange in spots 2, 3, and 4, it's because they got those all-important 45 points to end the game.
Let's stay with Dempsey Arsenal's side, the team that was dressed in orange. Why were they so effective? Why did they look so in sync right from the beginning in their first game together?
You know, it's all about working together. They had good practices, and that gives you confidence. Confidence to then enter a game and make sure that you're replicating those same things that you just worked on in practice. But it was relaxed, and I think that's really important. They wanted to make sure that they were handing Team Wood their first loss, but it was all about doing it calm, cool, and collected.
And the other thing to remember, too, Arsenal has captain's experience. She's put players onto her side in the couple of weeks before, so she's comfortable with those players and know that they're going to work well together. And they did so in this game number 13 of 30 this season by the final of 9-7 for Dempsey Arsenal. We will be getting set for Reed and Oldmiller. That's the nightcap here at Maureen Hendricks Field. For Courtney Martinez-Connor, for all the men and women in our crew, Joe Beninati, thanks so much for your time. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Folks, after the break, you're going to be sent to All About the Big Three. In this game, it was Team Arsenal by 2.